Alright, so if you want to be a fat ass, like the picture of me on the left, then you can just click off this video because it's not for you. But if you actually want to have abs, you want your muscles to start popping out, and you want to actually build the physique that you know you're capable of, then in this video I'm going to teach you the 7 habits that are destroying your testosterone, which is destroying your physique. So the first thing that you have to understand is that low testosterone will kill your gains. It doesn't matter because in the picture of me on the left, I was training in the gym 7 times a week. I was tracking my calories, weighing it out gram by gram, hitting my protein goal every single day. But I was still skinny fat. I had no abs, I had no muscle, and I had low testosterone because testosterone is the only thing that matters. All right? Because if you have low testosterone, it's going to be so much harder for you to build muscle, to lose fat, to actually have energy, have drive, have motivation to go to the gym, to eat clean even when you don't want to. If you have low testosterone, you won't want to do any of that, which means you won't make any gains. And then the next thing you have to understand is that estrogen is the enemy. Because estrogen is the opposite of testosterone. It is the female hormone, and you don't want more of that. All right? Because high estrogen means you have low testosterone. And basically, when your estrogen levels are high, you're going to have less motivation. You're not going to want to go to the gym. You're not going to want to eat that clean meal. And you're going to be a fat ass and just order fucking DoorDash. All right? And you're going to stay skinny fat. You're going to stay feeling insecure about the way your physique looks. Because you have low testosterone, all right? And then when you have those high estrogen levels, it's going to lead to infertility, which you might not even know or care what that is. That means you won't have kids when you're older, all right? So that's linked to infertility. It's going to give you gyno. You're going to gain a lot of excess body fat, which is not what you want, especially if you're skinny fat and you really need to see those abs while putting on muscle. So you don't want estrogen, all right? Estrogen is the enemy. Now, there is one thing that you have to understand, and it is that you have to do everything in your power to increase your testosterone and lower your estrogen levels. Because, like I said before, it will determine everything with your physique, with how you feel, with your health, which you might not care too much about. But I know you care about your physique. I know you care about having muscle, having the abs. I know that's really what you care about. And this is going to make it so much easier, bro. All right? I don't care if like all those other bodybuilders have protein bars and have protein shakes. They take their pre-workout. They're on fucking steroids, bro. That's why they don't need to eat these high testosterone foods and they don't have to optimize naturally because they can just take roids and they're fine, right? Now, I know not all of them are on steroids, but most of the ones that you look up to probably are. Now, let me go over the 7 habits that are actually going to destroy your testosterone. Now, the first habit that I hope comes to no surprise is alcohol. And you really have to stop drinking every weekend for fun. Because what's really fun? Being shredded, having abs, having muscle, or being fat and having a little bit of instant gratification on the weekends when you're out with your friends. Because honestly, you have to cut out these vices. You have to stop drinking because you're just destroying your physique. And this is why you can't get rid of your belly. This is why you can't get rid of the stomach fat that you have because you're still drinking. And your liver regulates your hormones. So when you drink and alcohol enters your bloodstream, your liver is going to produce more estrogen instead of testosterone. And that's the problem, bro. And studies literally show that it leads to testicular atrophy, which means that your balls shrink and you make and produce less testosterone. So why would you be drinking? There is no point. There is no reason. There's like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like people say it's fun, but is it really fun to be hanging around with losers who their fun is drinking on the weekend? Or is it more fun to grind on your fucking goals, to go all in on your physique, on your health, on your diet, so you can become the best version of yourself and prove everyone else wrong that you can do it? Because to me, that sounds more fun than drinking and having some fun and enjoying myself. Because you can enjoy yourself while doing these healthy habits, while optimizing your health. And you will feel so much better and you will actually have better results as well. Now, the second habit is going to be microplastics because it is loaded with BPA and it acts as estrogen in your body. And BPA is literally linked to infertility, slow metabolism, which is going to make you gain weight way quicker. And it's linked to lower testosterone levels. All right? And receipts are the absolute worst. because they contain 250 to 1,000 times more BPA than in things like food cans, right? You know, like normal plastic. And this is terrible, bro. So don't be touching the receipts. Like when you go to the grocery store, it sounds so like weird, like, oh, why would I do that? But remember that people still eat McDonald's. And people, like I said, still go out on the weekends and drink. And I think that that's weird. I think you should think that's weird. But I think not touching a receipt is going to lower your test and make you more estrogenic and make you put on fat easier. I think not touching that and avoiding it is not weird. But you can be the judge of that, all right? And the third habit is fragrances. So fragrance, cologne, perfume, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because you don't need cologne or perfume every day. Because if you really want it, you would find a natural alternative. Or just wear it on very, very, very special occasions. Because the problem with the fragrances is that they have hidden chemicals that companies don't disclose. And they contain phthalates that act as estrogen in your body. All right? And that's going to lower your testosterone. I know you might not really care, but this is so crucial. It's these little things that you do every day that add up, that are lowering your health, lowering your quality of life, and keeping you skinny fat. All right? And especially since this perfume is going to absorb straight into your skin for hours, like on your wrists, neck, wherever the fuck you put it. It's not good. So I highly recommend getting a natural alternative or just not wearing it and eating clean food. Because if you eat clean food, you're not going to smell bad. You can ask anybody. You won't smell bad if you're actually eating real foods. Now, the fourth habit is going to be junk food. Like McDonald's and crumble cookie and any of this other bullshit. All right, I know you got a little excited. You saw the McDonald's logo. Oh, shit, McDonald's. Fat ass. Okay? You got to stay focused. Now, the reason junk food is bad is because it's super high in calories, which is going to lead to fat gain. And more body fat equals more estrogen and lower testosterone. And it's ultra processed, so there's no high quality nutrients. There's no protein. Actually, no, there might be a protein. Oh, the double quarter pounder for 64 grams of protein. It's not bioavailable, bro. All right? Like, you're not absorbing all that protein. Like, I hate how people think that just because a fast food item has protein, it's all of a sudden healthy. Because it's not. All right? Because it's filled with tons of other bullshit that are going to destroy your health. All right? So, no, that's a little rant. But don't believe this whole protein propaganda, myth, scam. Like, it's bullshit, all right? They're just trying to get you to eat more of the junk food and make you think that it's okay, make you think it's fine. And also, those additives, the seed oils are addicting. And they're going to make you never stop. Like, you're never going to want to stop eating this junk food because it tastes so good. And I want you to just have this, like, visualization. Like, you've been at McDonald's before, right? And you've seen those old people, like, people who are probably like 50, 60, 70 years old, right? And you got to realize that they've been eating McDonald's since they were like 5 years old, 6 years old. And you are going to be that fat old guy in the McDonald's fucking lobby, waiting room, dungeon, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be you because they hook you on to this junk food at a young age. And if you don't realize that, if you don't awaken to reality, if you don't actually start realizing what they're doing to you, how they're conditioning you, what they want you to believe, how they're brainwashing you, bro. Sounds corny, I sound cringy, but I know that I'm right. And if you actually take this into account, you will realize that I'm right as well. Like, it's all conditioning, bro. And it's like they're going to get you addicted from a young age, which is so fucked up. But back to the video. If you just make real food taste good, like steak and eggs, ground beef and eggs, chicken thighs and rice, just healthy foods, right? And you make it a lifestyle, and you cut out all the bullshit like McDonald's and crumble cookie and ice cream and cheat meals and donuts. You cut out all the bullshit. You will feel so much better. You will look so much better. Your skin will be so much better. You will have abs. You will have muscle. You will be high testosterone. You will have drive, motivation, feel happy all the time. You will live that life if you cut out the bullshit. Now, the fifth habit is going to be tap water. Because most tap water from public water systems is bullshit. And they contain trace chemicals like chlorine, fluoride, microplastics, and even birth control pills. Like literally what women take when they don't want to have a baby. That's literally found in your water. And you're still drinking it. Like that's pure estrogenic compounds right there, bro. Like you are estrogen maxing if you're drinking that tap water, all right? And this is going to lower your testosterone, all right? The best thing you can do is buy a reverse osmosis water filter, probably like 200, 300 bucks max. Make that investment into your health because if you see this image, bro, all these fucking pesticides, nitrates, fluorine, arsenic, heavy metals, lead, all of this bullshit, you should not be drinking it. You should not be drinking it. It's going to lower your testosterone. It's going to disrupt your endocrine system, which you don't understand these words. Just understand that you shouldn't be having it, all right? Buy that reverse osmosis water filter and buy a stainless steel water bottle instead so you can fill it up with that filtered water. Or you could drink from a glass bottle, like spring water, all right? And if for the worst case scenario and you don't have enough money right now, but you're gonna save up, drinking plastic water bottles would probably be better than tap water. All right, I mean, like, there's still the issue with the microplastics, but it would be a little bit better, I guess. Now, the sixth habit is going to be soy. All right, protein bars and soy sauce, which you might be surprised, like, oh, why is protein bars there? But look, soy is bad and it lowers your testosterone. There is studies linking this shit. Anybody who tells you that soy doesn't give you gyno, that soy doesn't increase your estrogen, they're lying to you and they've been fed propaganda that, oh, soy's good, like, oh, eat tofu and shit, be a vegan. Fucking so dumb, bro. So dumb. I'm not even gonna crash out, bro, because honestly, like, they're just lost. They're just lost and never reach that point where you're a vegan, bro. That'd be the worst case scenario, all right? But they contain phytoestrogens that mimic estrogen in your body. We've implanted the mindset that estrogen is bad. You want to do everything in your power to increase testosterone, right? So the protein bars, the soy sauce, the tofu. I hope none of you eat tofu. The soybean oil, all of that you have to avoid because it's in processed foods, all right? Like the soybean oil, like all the shit that you have, like you probably have that fake butter in your fridge. Like, I know, like, because I've had so much friends that use this fake butter. Like, here's a little picture right here. If you can see it, phone's like on red screen. But bro, they think that this is butter, and it's not. It's literally soybean oil that's hydrogenated, which is worse for you because they heat it even higher, and it's gonna lead to more oxidative stress, which you don't understand. But just know it's fucking your body up. And then another thing. Just eat real food. Don't get the Chinese food because that's seed oil, soy maxing at its finest, all right? So just eat real food, bro. You don't have to get Chinese takeout. You don't have to get pizza. You don't have to get McDonald's. You don't have to be low test. You don't have to give in to all these vices because that's what they want you to do. They want you to give in to this comfort. They want you to give in to this instant gratification pleasure. That's what they want you to do, and you aren't going to fall for it because I know that you have that power within you. I know that you're strong and that you don't need any of that fucking bullshit. And that you want to optimize. You want to feel the best. You want to look the best. You want to have the best physique. I know that you want it. I know you want it enough, and you're going to make these sacrifices because you will become better than everybody else. You will literally be on a whole nother level. Even all these fucking bodybuilders that you see now, like, sure, they might be bigger than you, but only because you haven't been training for long enough. But they're still having their protein oats. They're still eating their broccoli. They're still doing all this bullshit. But when you truly optimize and start eating the optimal diet, you will make faster gains. You will get shredded way quicker. You will have the body that you want. And I know I want a little side tangent once again, but look, make the ground beef instead of protein bars. So, and I know some of the excuses that people have is like, oh, but I have no time, so I have a protein bar. But that is your fault. Because if you meal prepped in advance, you wouldn't have the problem of needing your quick protein. If you just meal prepped in advance, had all your macros kind of set out roughly, you don't need to track, but you kind of know in your mind already, then you wouldn't need the fucking convenient protein bar. All right? And the next thing is cooking in beef tallow and real butter all the time. So not that fake margarine, soybean oil, filled, disgusting butter. None of that. Beef tallow and butter, grass-fed. Now, the last habit that you want to avoid is artificial dyes like red 40, yellow 5, blue 1. And you gotta realize that all of these have studies linking to ADHD, cancer, and higher levels of oxidative stress in your body. And the thing is that these are usually found in high sugar candies, high sugar drinks, And it's everywhere, bro. Anytime you want to get a little fucking Sour Patch Kids, you want to get some candy, some gummy worms, there is gonna be food coloring. Anything colorful, anything that looks attractive. Like, bro, I used to crush these Sour Patch Kids. Like, not even like a normal bag. Like, I had the 5 pound family sized bag of Sour Patch Kids. Because I remember I would get it like as gifts and shit. And I I remember I'd crush it during the school day. Like, literally, I got it like as a gift in school at the beginning of the day, like on the bus ride there, and then I would destroy that by the end of the day. And I wondered why my stomach hurt. I wondered why I was like fucking skinny fat. I wondered why I like felt like shit because I was eating so much of this bullshit. And the truth is that all you need to do is just eat fruit instead. Have some watermelon, have some apples, have some berries, have some mangoes, have some pineapples. Eat nature's fruit. Eat real sugar. Fruit is my pleasure. That tastes good to me. That is my candy. And imagine having that flex. Imagine being able to say, like, oh, like, I don't even like candy. Like, I don't want candy. I don't desire it. I just love fruit. And then you won't be a fat ass like everybody else who thinks it's fine to have in moderation. You won't be a fat ass, right? And like that's the level I want to take you to, where eating healthy and eating clean, eating this good diet isn't even a diet, isn't even eating clean because this should be the standard. It should be the standard to not poison yourself with all of these habits that I mentioned in this video. That should be the standard, but most people don't do that. And you can get levels of head, bro. The competition is so easy if you really just lock in on these few things. You could have water, maybe some fresh squeezed lemonade sweetened with raw honey, maple syrup instead of soda, which ideally, bro, just drink water. But you can have that instead of soda. And the main thing is that you have to fix your taste buds. Because right now I'm assuming that you've been eating this junk food since you were born. So for now, maybe like 18, 19, 20 years of conditioning, 20 years of eating this junk food, of eating all this processed food is obviously gonna make you addicted and it's obviously gonna fuck up your taste buds. So let me tell you a story. Like, I remember when I was first getting on this health grind and I was really trying to fix my diet and change up my whole lifestyle. I remember that eating like fruit didn't taste good. It tasted so bland. And I didn't like it. Like, I remember this specific day, like I had to like eat like a fucking apple and it just didn't really taste like much because I was so used to eating Sour Patch Kids and trolley gummy worms and lollipops, and I was so used to this highly concentrated, high fructose corn syrup concoction that has been sold to me since I was a kid, and it's marketed towards kids, by the way. I was sold that lie, and my taste buds were just not adjusted to it. But now, an apple literally tastes like candy to me. And I remember this guy, like, he actually made fun of me for it, because when I said it, he thought I was, like, crazy or something. I'm like, bro, am I wrong? Like, is that a bad thing that apples taste like candy? Like, bro, that's a fucking flex, in my opinion. Like, people can laugh, but I don't know. I think that's cool as fuck. And if you don't, it's probably because you're fat or because you're still addicted to these foods and you don't need to be, all right? But that's pretty much the video. And if you want to get visible abs in 90 days without doing cardio, without tracking your calories, without doing all these conventional fitness advice things that they tell you because they don't really work, and you want to actually optimize for your testosterone, for your health, for your diet, then click the link down below to book a call with me to see if you're a good fit for my one-to-one coaching, where I will guarantee you get those results. I guarantee that you can get those abs or you don't pay a single dollar. And that's pretty much the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.